Next up on the bench are these little beauties that I've got to review. So let's get to it. So next up on for a review are these little beauties, the Model Scribers from Bucasso. These are kindly being donated to the channel for us to review, and I'm going to be using them primarily in the first parts of the Rise build to create world lines, etc. But let's open the box and see what we get. So as you can see, you get a nice wooden stand, which will hold your tools for you, which is a really nice little addition to have. And then we have the tools themselves. Now, just because I don't want to be too finicky, these are the tools themselves. So this is a nice metal finish, almost like a pen, quite solid, quite easy to grip, angled all the way around in an hexagonal shape, just to give you that extra little bit of grip. And then you pull the lid off, like so, and inside you have your scriber. Now this is tungsten steel, and it comes in a variety of blades. So you've got the the 0.075, the 0.1, the 0.125, the 0.15, 0.2, 0.3, and 0.5. And this is just a handle, effectively. So if you wish to, at some point, you need some new blades, you can get them, and you just pull them out like that and push them back in, tighten it up, and you're good to go. I think these are really, really good. They look fantastic. A nice addition to your bench, but we need to see how they actually function. This one I got in my hand is the 0.5 mil. So let's find some plastic to have a play with it, shall we? So to aid us in this little endeavor, what we're going to do, I think, is we are going to, let's do the wing. This kit is something I purchased a while back, and didn't realize at the time it was in a factory sale. And this is a Spitfire, but unfortunately the bagging comes with two of the same halves of the kit, so pointless for me to do anything else other than use it as a mule of some description, which is great for this particular exercise. What we're going to do is I'm going to cut off the fuselage and the wing for this test. Okay, so forgive me, I know this is a Spitfire. I know that the rivet lines, etc., might, the lines might not be 100% as they would be, etc., etc., etc. Don't worry about that. It's just purely for test purposes. Now, one thing to notice straight away with this is you need something hard to go across the line that you're going to be scribing. So to aid me in that, I've got some of this. This is a bit of dino tape. There's a bit of dino tape in which we can put across the wing, or fuselage or whatever. There's lots of other products you can get, and we'll get into them at another stage. So let's identify somewhere where we can draw a line that's going to make some sort of sense. So first of all, we're going to put our tape there. We're going to pick up one of our scribers. And what we're going to do is we're just going to run the scriber over the plastic, like so. Now, I've gone over it a few times, as you can tell, and as you can probably see, just on the end of that there is a little bit of the plastic coming up. We're just going to carry on doing that a couple more times, three or more passes, to see how that works. Pull back the tape. Pull back the tape and you'll be able to see there, that's a very defined line that's not the same as the kit. And that's really easy to do, as you can see. So you've got a nice start of a panel line there. And clearly all you're going to do is just gonna, let's do the other side, shall we? Away. Like so. We're going to get our scriber and we're just going to run it down just a couple of times like that. As you can see, it's that easy to get your panel lines more defined, but they're really light to handle and light to use. Super strength in the Tungsten steel, so you're not going to break these very easily. And like I say, they come with a nice little lid that you put on, and on the lid it tells you exactly what it is you're dealing with, and then it goes into its little holder, which you've got here. So you can see quite clearly from the different colors what's what, where you need to be. But just to refresh your memory, it's written on there nice and clearly too. So when you're using them on the bench, you can just pop them in on the bench in this little container, and you're ready to rock and roll. I think that's a really, really good idea, really good product. So I'm going to be using these an awful lot in the Rise diorama. I'm not going to go backwards and forwards with lots of panel lines, etc. The fact that they're in a handle that has got lots of ability to grip because of the hexagonal shape, I think they're ideal, and you'll be able to control them very easily going around in circles and other different pieces if you have the right tools, which obviously you can get mask sets, and you can get metal masks that you can put over a product to get a round circle or a particular shape or a curve or etc. But we'll find some other tape. Dino tape is a really good product that you can use. Not overly flexible, unfortunately, but there are other products out there which I'm going to review in a couple of weeks' time, because I am going to be using these a lot on the diorama of the Akaki coming up really soon. So, cost. This, I hear you say, how much does all this cost, James? Well, so you can buy this set direct from the guys at Bucasso, and these retail at £75 for the set. Now, £75, a lot of money. 7 scribers. Oh, that's a lot of money, James. Are you sure? Well, the answer is a Tamiya scriber, one of these, with one blade and handle, is around about £25. So actually, do you know what? £75 is pretty good, I would say, for 7 scribers of different types. Now you can get the blades from them as well at Bucasso, and a pack of 2 are £9. So you could pick up a few extra blades if you wanted to, or indeed you can actually pick these up individually. So this one here, particularly the 0.5 mil with one blade in it, would cost you £16. So you can do the math. £16 times 7. Is it cheaper to buy them individually? No. Get the set. It's better. Are you going to use them? I.e., are you only going to use maybe a 0.2 or a 0.1 maybe? Well, if that's the sort of building you do, and the chances are you only need those 2, then yeah, okay, buy 2. Maybe your budget would be better. But certainly, I think something for the Christmas list. Maybe some family members clubbing together to buy you it, or even a birthday treat for yourself. £75 for the set at bucasso.com. These were sent to us as for purposes of review, because obviously I'm going to be using them. I actually bought a set myself, but I reached out to them and said I really loved them and could I review them, and of which they said yes, of course. And the great news is that there will very soon your chance to win your own set of these. what we're going to do is part of our anniversary for 9 years of being a channel. We are actually going to raffle off a set. So keep an eye out for that. Coming very soon. All the details that you need are in the descriptions below. So thank you very much, everybody, for your time. This was a review of the Model Scribers from Bucasso. Until next time, I'll see you at the bench.